ending my job with a bit of petty revenge. At my previous job, I was a manager who worked with another manager, Paula, who suffered a majority of the side effects of a bad personality, including meth abuse, mood swings, lashing out, erratic behavior, getting high at work, stealing from the safe, a generally terrible attitude, etc., etc. She was a terrible coworker and always tried to frame me and get me fired or tried to write me up for various made-up reasons. Not a single shared shift was ever pleasant with her. After a couple years of dealing with her and going through 6 months of interviews, I finally got a new job. When I was OMW out, I told my boss, and he was sad. I told him he could fire the drug addict or watch me leave. He told me corporate wouldn't allow it, and then told me I was the only one keeping him sane. So if I was leaving, he was leaving. Later that day, when Paula was starting her shift, she came up to me and said, "Hey, I know we don't get along, but I promise to leave you alone all week, this week and next. No BS, no bullying. I won't say a word to you unless I have to if you could do me one favor." I smiled and asked what her favor was, and she said, "I need someone to cover my shift next Saturday. I can't work that day, and if I can't find coverage, I have to come in." I just nodded and said, "Sure. Update the schedule and let Boss Man know." At the beginning of the next week, I gave Boss Man my notice. My last day would be the day before I was to cover Paula. Paula didn't find out until my last day because we agreed on her avoiding me that week. She did have to work a half day after all. Too bad, but after putting up with all her sabotaging and sending emails to corporate, that got nowhere. And the mediation meetings that went nowhere, and the trainings we were subjected to because of all the complaints from staff about Paula. I felt like this little bit of harmless petty revenge was justified. I mean, the day before a visit from corporate regarding an anonymous complaint about animal welfare, she basically boiled the fish in the tanks alive and tried to blame me, until the guy from corporate learned that she had the only key to the temperature control room at that time and kept it hidden.